Brown 45. Brown 45. Hot, 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 hot.
7 hours of red zone football, and I'll see you there for it.
Oh, wait, what happened to commercial free?
That's a whole long story.
We are back. We are live. And Mark decided to go up by a lot of points and be like, fuck this show. I don't really need to be on here this week. It really doesn't matter. I'll take whatever's left. Wild week of football coming up. Not that wild of a week coming to us. Nazario wants us to skip picks. Thomas Scully wants us to keep doing picks. So I like Scully more than Nazario. So we are doing picks. Should be fun. Have a lot of discussion. We are wrapping up. We are closing in on the end of the. A lot of weird scenarios in the NFL still plays out. There are some scenarios that will play out, but we'll discuss that with the boys tonight. First up, co-host. See, also, I want to preference something. It's very hard to do this show and talk positively about teams because I'm carrying around a 357 Magnum that I'm just ready to shoot in the back of the head of these teams that I think are really good. And I have some people on here that have fan bases that I really just don't want to ruin their hopes and dreams. So I don't know how to handle what I do. Should I talk negative? Should I talk positively about their opponents, which trying to trick what I think about the person? I don't know. But this is a wild week for me. We also just had the game of the year in the NFL without a fucking doubt in my eyes. It was insane. But first up, Caleb Coho. Nazario has ran you down these last few weeks with his edits, and it has been absolutely amazing. You yourself has turned Brock Purdy back into an MVP level quarterback. How are you feeling overall?
I'm okay. I would argue I've ran Nazario down in the thing that actually matters, which is picks. So
are you ahead of me? Huh?
I'm behind you by one, buddy, and you suck at this. So we got a good week ahead of us.
We have a few more than that. Next up, Nazario. How are you?
I'm just glad miracles exist and the Falcons somehow didn't fucking blow a 21-0 lead. Other than that, I'm cool. Got day off tomorrow, day after that too. So good shit.
Must be nice. I do not. I will be slinging phones still. Bar. You're a scumbag and one of the worst people to be in a group chat with. How are you doing?
That hurt more than I.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know you want to talk about your crime?
What crime?
Your crime is when your team is up 13 points and the other team hasn't sniffed the end zone, and you come in bitching about a play call, and then all of a sudden the Bills start to get life. You just sit there and shut the fuck up. You just take the win. You don't care. You didn't care about the terrible play calls that they had in the first half.
Because
you were just showed up.
I wasn't able to watch the game until a little bit later. I was busy, okay?
Well, you're the reason they almost lost. I want that on your conscience. But how are you?
My voice hurts after yelling.
At what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Gully. We're going to play a little charades. Who am I?
The worst scramble drill wide receiver in football right now.
Correct for 2 points. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I do have to
Yeah.
work tomorrow night, which fucking sucks.
Ugh.
But aside from that, we're chilling.
And my good friend, Robert Kastner,
Mm.
is. I would just, if I had to describe Robert as to a person, a really nice guy, but his emotions level has to be like the fucking stock market. The moment it gets up, he goes right back fucking down, and it's this constant cycle, and he never can stay happy. So what's up? How are you?
I'm good. I'm in a win-win scenario, Cody. If they win, they get in the playoffs. Awesome. If they lose, Mike Tomlin's taking a vacation, and that's what I've wanted all along, my whole life, my whole adult football life. So I'm feeling good.
So let's touch on some things. First of all, holy shit. 2 things that I was 100% right on this season. They came at different points. The Houston Texans, I turned into a juggernaut. I just have. I changed their entire season around by saying hungry dogs run faster. Mark goes, that's the stupidest expression I ever heard. And those dogs have not stopped running since. They literally have the best defense in the National Football League since 2009 right now. They are insane, which is great. Cool. That's all. The other thing is, I said on this call, I think 4 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I said, the Buccaneers fucking suck. And everybody's like, they're injured. No, they fucking suck. They suck bad. I don't care what you describe. I watched that game, and I took the odds so far in the opposite direction on the Bucs. I took them plus 5.5 in a massive parlay. And I was praying to God that they just covered, and they covered in the last miracle moment. But they were literally the only late that I was sweating. You can blame the coaching.
Some alien creature has replaced Baker Mayfield. That is a pod person.
I think he may be injured himself. I don't think he's fully healthy.
Yeah, of course, because it's his non-throwing shoulder again. It's the same situation from the last time he was on the Browns. And once again, the coaching staff not being like, hey, maybe we should rest you at least one day.
And then now they're in a scenario that is just fucking stupid, that they could beat Carolina on Saturday. And because the Atlanta Falcons beat the Saints, the Panthers would still get into the playoffs, and the Buccaneers would go home. Listen, I know this is going to be unpopular. I understand that. I understand what I'm the opposite. I don't give a fuck that you win your divisions anymore. I've hated this in every sport ever. Especially like in baseball now that they've evened the playing field where you play everybody. You do this in NBA, you play everybody. Give me the best fucking teams. And then seed the best fucking teams. I don't care that you won your division because you played your 3 opponents twice. And if you're going to do that, do it like fantasy football. Shuffle the bitches every year if that's what you need to fucking do. But I'm tired of this merit because now we have to sit there. We have 3 dominant West teams that are terrifying. We have a dominant North team. And then we have Billy down here that's about to get the shit kicked out of him that we have to watch on national TV, and it's going to take up a television spot that has no business. Because they're going to play a West team, correct?
Yeah.
And they're going to die.
Unless the Panthers play the Bills. The Rams.
That's a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I know.
I'm gonna say this. The only one time I remember something similar happening was when the Seahawks won the division with 7-9. But then the Saints went to fucking Seattle and they lost. like they took him out. That is the huge Marshawn Lynch run that like created an earthquake or whatever. So they may fucking shock you. I do
Because they
think
had the Bounty Gate Steelers Saints defense try to ram themselves into Marshawn Lynch, which was maybe the worst chess move of all time, and he literally ran over them.
true.
Ran the motherfucker's face.
What I'm saying is I do feel like being champion of your division may be worth something, but I do agree that giving them a home game is bullshit. Like, yeah, put them in the playoffs, but they are the 7th seed. Like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
piece of team. At least go down the seed.
Sure. If that's what you want to do, I'm fine with reseeding, but your division winner does not give you the top 4 seeds. I just don't care about that.
That's
I
the
care
one I
about-
disagree on. Yeah.
The other time this
I,
happened is when the Steelers had to go to Tebow, the Broncos, when they were 12-4 and they were 8-8. Broncos won that game, so it happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a mirror, and again, we just watched it on Monday night. The Rams went into Atlanta and got boat raced almost out of the building in the first half, and then of course the fix was in, and they were coming back, and then all of a sudden it wasn't in anymore, and Puka tried to put the amount of touchdowns that Puka had on Monday night that did not count was miraculous. Like that was just stupidity.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah,
if he had gotten those touchdowns in some fantasy leagues.
I mean, they could have let Coho win.
what?
They couldn't let Caleb Coho win. So, yeah, of course they had to fix that shit.
Now, some in this group will blame me because the night before I put the scores updated, assuming that the Rams win, is what I said. I didn't think that was crazy. 91% of money line bets were on the Rams. I thought that just made sense. One, I don't know why you take that much of a favorite. That's gross. But yeah, that's disgusting. I think I've publicly said it, but some people don't know that I publicly said it. I was wrong about Caleb Williams. I believe so far this season I'm wrong about 2 quarterbacks. I'm wrong about Trevor Lawrence, and I'm wrong about Caleb Williams. I was not wrong leading into Trevor Lawrence this season. That's not what I never said he couldn't be a great quarterback. He just wasn't a great quarterback, and he got paid like a great quarterback, which made no sense to me. I still don't understand that. Liam Cohen, correct coach, correct system, put him in the right thing. I still think he makes some of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen with a football, but so does Caleb. So the problem is Caleb's a lot younger, so the chances are there. We had an automatic money game on Sunday night. If you weren't watching it, it was absolute cinema across the board. Everybody's like, you only like good games when there's high score. No, I like defensive matchups when they're good defensive matchups. Your 2 teams don't know how to fucking play defense to save their life. Like, this is like buying a pack of Swiss cheese, but there's just one hole. Like, it's just in them. There's no like individual hole. It's just circular because Brock Purdy went back. Throw. Where's the Bears? Oh no. Throw. There. Where's the Bears? It was back and forth. But then Caleb was doing so much. Like, watching on Sunday night was the definition of why Brock Purdy got paid the money Brock Purdy got paid. Like, I'm tired. Like, that Jim Green and everybody annoy the fuck out of me when they say, oh, 53 is too much. That's the going rate. That's the price. You don't get to just determine your price. You don't just get to sit down at the negotiation tables and say, hey, you know what, Patrick Mahomes, I want to pay you 35 this year. No, they will go to another team. That's how that works. You have to pay the price if you have a good quarterback. Tua's gotten paid that. Trevor's gotten paid that. There's all these terrible quarterbacks that have also got paid that amount of money. Brock Purdy got paid because that's the market cap. It's not because of how great of a player he is. The reason you get to pay less for quarterbacks is when they've fallen through the system and they failed along the way. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. Other quarterbacks that haven't looked great over the years, You get some difference. You get a cheaper discount for them. But you know what happens when they play well? You pay them that price point or you let them walk. That's the price. Guess who's going to come up for it? Bryce Young, PJ Stroud, quarterbacks that you may not consider. You just need to justify if that's your quarterback. It's going to be 50 to 60 million to get your quarterback.
And even then, Brock Purdy's still getting paid less than people like Tua. Like, it's $2 million less, but he's still getting paid less.
Right,
And
but
Tua's
overall,
getting
it's in that market, and he is fucking great. Like the way he's able to put those balls in places, he is good. You don't do that if he's bad, he's holding the ball too long. If he's bad, he's missing receivers wide left and right. He's able to do so much with his leg. On the reverse, Caleb Williams is also one of those quarterbacks that can extend plays and do stuff that's really great. Gosh, it's really terrifying if you get Caleb Williams with like a even better offensive line or even better defense. They've cut his sacks almost in like third, like into like 2/3. He's down in sacks. Like he doesn't get sacked that much. So like they were so smart with building that team. So we get an absolute instant classic on Sunday. The first time I think it was 14-7, 14-21, 28-35, like in that order how it played out. And the chess match between both coaches that are just like it just showed like the slight inexperience from Ben Johnson at the end versus the God, what's his name?
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan. He's like, well, I thought about timeout, but they seemed a little rushed on the other side. And he goes, yeah, I just didn't get to him fast enough. Like, and if you look at the play, Ben Johnson's play is there. It's there in all the aspects. It just was a little too. It wasn't set up correct in the correct formation. So, what do you guys overall think? Do you think they have a potential? Do you think both of these teams have potential to meet back up in the NFC Championship? Is that?
And Nazario could back me up. I think we just watched the NFC Championship game part 1.
Hopefully,
I feel very strongly about that. Now, the only way that doesn't happen is if the Niners lose and then we also lose, so that becomes the 3-6 matchup in the wild card round, which I'm also okay with. But
no.
I mean, West Coast team in cold bear weather in January.
I know. Then that wouldn't be as an exciting game.
Please let it happen.
I
feel very strongly about. I think this could be a preview of what we're going to see in a month or two, because this is the first time in my lifetime that there has been a gunfight at the OK Corral, and the Bears have actually brought a gun to the fight. I mean, I don't ever get to watch those games as a Bears fan. I get to watch 20-17, 13-10, 9-6, 48-0 after the first half Sunday Night Football games. That's all I've watched. I don't really give a shit that our defense was Swiss cheese. We have no pass rush. We have no way to get to Brock Purdy. I think we sacked him once, and that was because Austin Booker beat Trent Williams' backup on one rep and almost killed him in the process. I don't give a shit about that because the offense was incredible. And if we even have a half-decent defensive performance going forward, I think we're set up very well for whatever happens in January. So, I mean, the loss I'm fine with.
Yeah, you have to be.
Shanahan outsmarted Ben at the very end. Ben just didn't get the right formation he wanted. It is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it too much because it was a phenomenal game.
If you go back in the Bears history, like that game ends 28-14 or whatever. Like you're not you start off fast, but you just don't get to the same level.
Last year. We saw the exact game last year. The Niners put up 38. I think we put up like 17 or something. And two of those touchdowns were in garbage time.
I think that it's very likely they don't meet. I feel the best scenario is if you just like get out the Packers at 7, because you know them well enough to beat them. And
I'm saying like we can meet as the 1 and the 2 if you guys win on Sunday.
yeah, what I'm saying is, I think like go to Soldier Field, which is gonna be horrible. Maybe the Packers have a chance, but since you like play them all the time, you probably know how to take that team. I feel like the Niners are okay. If they get first, they get a bye. If they don't, we're gonna get either the Eagles, which fucking suck, bar, or we get that whatever trash is coming from the NFC South. So yeah, it would be.
Bar, I need you to understand. I need you to understand, Bar. If the Niners walk into the link and come away with the win, you're gonna have to go underground for like 2 months.
It's very possible, but I also our defense is better than the Bears' defense, so that'll be a tight game.
I mean, if you don't break Brock Purdy's arm again, we should be okay.
If you don't pile drive Devonta Smith into the ground.
Was it 300 yards on the ground?
Coho.
Yeah.
What's your thought on these two teams? Do they meet in the NFC Championship game?
No, the 49ers aren't making it there. They're not. Sorry, they're not.
Dude, that's music to fucking Nazario's ear. He's writing down the time code right now.
I was about to say,
To be clear,
I need the raw footage.
To be clear, I don't think the Bears are getting there either. I don't think either of these teams are
even
champions.
better.
But still, I don't see a world where these two teams can play in a championship game against, if they match up with the Eagles. I know the Eagles have problems, but they at least have an okay defense that will absolutely throttle Caleb Williams or Brock Purdy. So I think at least in the secondary. So and Jalen Carter. You have Jalen Carter, Cooper DeJean. Like those two guys alone will absolutely rock their shit. But I don't even I just don't see a world where either of these teams are the championship. But I also didn't see a world where the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. So what do I know at this point?
Cooper DeJean and
Hold
Barr and Robert. Teams, are they these the two teams? Or are these the two best teams going to represent the NFC?
Here's what I will say. And I don't like to agree with Coho on much. But here's what I'll say. If the Niners get the 1 seed, they can be in the championship game by virtue of how scenarios will play out, because they'll beat the Seahawks and then they'll probably see them again. And they'll be in San Francisco, so that'll be there. No offense to the Bears, but they beat the Packers, which is dubious given I don't know what to expect from the Bears. Then they play the Eagles or the Rams. I understand it'll be in Soldier Field. It's the Eagles, pedigree. It's the Rams, pedigree. Yeah, I don't foresee a scenario where we get to see a game like this again in the playoffs with the paths that have to converge. Unless, the Niners can get there. I'm a little more dubious about the Bears. The Bears, this is cake. If they win a playoff game, it's 2 years ahead of schedule. They're fine. The Niners going 13-4 and getting the 1 seed is it's mind-boggling. My mind's
after all their injuries is crazy.
With all those injuries, I was gonna say last week. I was like, could you imagine if Fred Warner and Nick Bosa were on this team? We would say this team is making the NFC Championship game without a doubt. They don't have that, so you're a little more.
Fred Warner got the okay from his doctor to practice after January 15, so that man is pushing for those playoffs to extend.
Yeah. So they're great, but I just the pedigrees of the other teams. I don't think it will happen, but it would be fun. It would be the most fun of the games.
I think that it is possible, but I don't think it's probable. One of these teams making it, I think that's more likely to happen. The problem is, I think this is going to be one of those years where defense wins a lot of games in the playoffs. And these two defenses right now, I think NFC wise, maybe on the weaker end. Because
I don't think anybody's arguing against that because it was 42-38.
Yeah, right. They're the worst. two defensive problems.
So like I feel like I don't know. I feel like Seattle's defense, I feel like even Los Angeles's defense could put up a game good enough to keep at least one of these two out of the playoffs. As I said, one of them making the NFC Championship, I think that's very likely.
And see, so here's where I disagree. Because let's look at what happened.
This was not a rebuttal part of the show. Go ahead.
Let's look at what happened last year. What won the NFC last year? Overwhelming offensive force from one guy, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley ran over the Packers, the Rams, and the Commanders, who all had the Packers and the
Commanders.
Rams both had very, very tough run defenses at the top of the league in stopping the run. And Saquon still ran right through them. Saquon won them that Rams game. If he rushes for maybe 50 yards less, the Rams win that game easily.
Yeah.
So I disagree with the aspect that defense is going to be the primary X factor that wins teams that wins the team the NFC this year. I think that with how smart these offensive play callers have gotten, Shanahan, McVay, Ben Johnson, Clint Kubiak, I think the strength of all those minds combined in a playoff setting, I think that's going to trump whatever we see from the defensive side, because Rams have a tough defense. They got mowed over by Bijan Robinson last night. Seahawks have a very tough defense. Rams put up 37 points on them 2 weeks ago. So I don't think great defenses are going to matter as much when you have playmakers like Puka, Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, here's pause. So I think one last night's a very interesting game because Devontae Adams was not playing. If Devontae Adams is playing that game, I believe that game is very different.
Yeah.
Second, I think the first time in a long time in the NFL, and it may just because the Chiefs are out of it, but there are so many question marks on every team going into the playoffs currently as they sit. There's records, there's great teams, they're showing great performances, but everybody else has been caught at some point this season and looked horrible. So as much as like the NFC, like there's the AFC is a perfect example. Bills at home in a rain game with the best rushing attack in National Football League, can barely get the ball moving against the Eagles. The Eagles have looked horrible against the run from time to time this season, like absolute dog water. Then you have this weird NFC North shit that's happening where one of these teams are going to be in the playoffs and who knows like where that is because both of those teams look questionable as fuck. Then you have the Broncos that keep continuing to win by one-score games. Like, can't get away from one-score games this entire time. Drive away from tying with the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Like, that's a scenario that's literally out there. And then you have there's another great team. You have Patriots that you think are good. Now they have all this shit going on with Diggs. And if Diggs, who knows what the hell that is. The memes, by the way, are undefeated about the private chef. But and then the Rams drop on Monday. The Seahawks have Sam Darnold. And in a questionable situation, where's he going to be?
It's a time
bomb. Can he deliver when the pressure's on him? By the way, join the 13 win club. If I had him on my team last year, I probably wouldn't have given him up. I don't know who had him, but God, I feel bad for that team.
Well, fucking
and then
right.
49ers on the verge, about to lose the game on Sunday night. So there's so many questionable across the board, and then you're getting these coaches in the playoffs, and like that. I think that's going to be the biggest difference. Because like you could have Kyle Shanahan or a Sean McVay versus a Ben Johnson. As much as I like Ben Johnson a lot, I think Ben Johnson's just might be over his skis in that scenario, especially with the Seahawks. Like you're gonna get he hasn't been there as a main guy before. How is he gonna do? God knows the Eagles right now. Like if they get their play calling underway, sure, but that doesn't ever seem like it's going to be fixed.
I don't think
So
so.
it'll be questionable. Then you get Matt LaFleur with Jordan Love back in, and like who knows what that team looks like. So there's so many question marks across the board. Do you guys believe Matthew Stafford still has the MVP locked up, or did it go to Drake May last night?
It's Drake May.
I think Stafford is still going to win. I wholeheartedly still believe so. I think what the voters are going to do, the voters are going to hold, I think, May's schedule against him to just a bit, because I think the stat that came out today was Stafford has 25 touchdowns against teams with 11 or more wins, and Drake May has 0 because he hasn't played any. So I think that's a stat that's going to be rather damning for him. I also think Stafford, 38 years old, twilight of his career, they're going to give it to him because they don't know if he's going to retire this offseason, next offseason, or whenever. Drake May is 23, 24 years old. He's probably going to have 2 or 3 of those bad boys before his career's over. So I think storyline-wise, narrative-wise, it's not going to matter about numbers all that much. I think it's going to matter about the intangible stuff that people usually look at in these scenarios. This is a voting group that did not vote for Dak Prescott or Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson in 2023, but then turned around and voted for Josh Allen in 2024, despite having weaker stats than both of them. So yeah. I think on paper, you could say Mays had the more impressive season, but when you factor in competition and all that, I would personally give it to Stafford.
I think Scully's trying to bring logic into things, and I think
I'm mixing logic with what I know about the voting committee.
Well, didn't the voting committee expand a little bit this year?
It's majority rules. It's like with the baseball Hall of Fame. New writers are added every year, but the same attitudes still exist.
When are they going to vote Pete Rose into the Hall of Fame? That's my question.
Oh my God!
For God's sake.
I mean, Pete Rose is a horrible human, so probably never. But he should be there. But
That's
also,
all the horrible people should be in there.
Huh?
I said that's why Nazario wants him in.
No, I was not saying Nazar. What'd you say, Nazar?
That also should Joe Jackson should be in the Hall of Fame, but eventually.
I mean, we could do an entire show on who should be in the Hall of Fame. That's not in the Hall of Fame. Starts with Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, and Pete Rose. You can't profit off of steroids and then ban them from being in the Hall of Fame because of steroids, because you didn't do shit by collecting all the money on the home run race. That's a leaky scumbag. But yeah, I think it's nice that there's going to be a different winner. I think it could be Drake May or Matthew Stafford. I don't really think, I don't think it's going to be decided. I don't think last night decided anything. I think Drake May. I think Scully makes perfect sense that they will hold against him. Here's a fun one. Have you guys looked at the Jets stats?
Oh my God!
There was a joke that you should do the LVP for the Jets, because if you're a quarterback who played the Jets, you're 36 touchdowns to no picks or something stupid like that.
They haven't had a 10+ touchdown passer since. Oh, what was that stat?
Probably Sanchez.
I saw the AFC
Since Vinny Testaverde.
The AFC title games or championships, AFC East championships, since 1970. The Patriots have 22. Second place is like, I don't know, Miami or something, and then the Colts are in there. and they have 2, but they left in 2001, and the Jets have 2 for the entire run since 1970. Aaron Glenn's got to be gone, right?
Yeah,
I don't know
probably.
if they'll do it after 1 year. They it's the
I
same
mean-
thing to me with like
Mayo left the Patriots after one. Like, what? I don't think like
I don't trust Woody
He-
Johnson.
I don't think you can try. Like, overall, you can run into something. You can fluke into something. They didn't fluke into shit.
So I feel like they're trying to.
Philip Rivers was out there. He could have called him.
They're trying to do what the Lions did, and I get it because it resurrected a dead franchise who ran off all of its greatest players, and I get it. They traded all their good players for first round picks. They've got 4 in the next 2 years. They're probably going to bring in a veteran quarterback if the reports are true this offseason and not draft, build around a veteran. They're investing in the O-line more. They're slowly doing what they did, and they're hoping Aaron Glenn can be.
And they will still win 3 games.
The problem is
hoping-
they
but
do
also-
that every
also-
4 years, though.
Well, no, because they try to draft a rookie every 4 years and it blows up in their face. But this seems like a more long-term calculated rebuild. I don't think it's going to be successful because, again, it's the New York Jets, and nothing they've done since the Sanchez days has been successful or sustainable.
I don't know, man. Zach Wilson
You're muted, buddy.
look better than whatever they had this year.
This is the franchise that in 1979 launched a plane that looked like a lawnmower into a fan and killed him. This is the fan base.
Everybody
that
makes
is-
mistakes, Cody.
This fan base, like the goddamn Jets is like a fan. You can't be a Jets fan. Like, if you are a Jets fan in the year of our Lord 2025, you need to get on wheeldecide.com. Put all your teams on it and hit spin. I'm telling you,
Only
you
for
will
it
be
to land
less
back on
hurt.
the Jets.
You will be less hurt. You don't put Jets on the wheel. You don't put the Jets on the wheel.
But
They
Jets
might
fans
end-
are
they might-
so
they might end
traumatized
up
they
on there.
will.
Last segment.
the lucky
Which
team
coach-
win it and it lands on the Browns. That would be your luck.
Which coach currently in the NFL right now should not have a job
I mean, I
in
think
2026?
Which
there's a
coach?
list.
You get to pick one and
Ooh.
argue and debate on that behalf. What head coach in the National Football League right now
I mean, do you want to
should
have
be
this argument?
carrying a box out after Black Monday or after the playoffs, whatever you
Yes,
think.
Scully, do it.
I mean, do you want to have this argument again, or should I pick somebody else?
No, do it. Have the same
I-
argument. Go again.
You can do it. I will argue with you, but go for it.
No, because I'm going to talk about somebody else.
Good, because
John-
he doesn't deserve
I'm
to
good.
lose his job. Good.
I'm going to pick John Harbaugh. I think the entire AFC North. Get them all out of there.
You're starting the shit. You started the shit.
Get them all out of there. John
Fuck
Harbaugh.
you.
I legitimately, the more I watch the Ravens, the more I think they're slowly becoming
He was going to be my coach of the
a
year.
incredibly dysfunctional organization. Not as bad as the Bengals or the Browns or the Steelers, but they're getting to that point. Harbaugh has completely lost that locker room. Players don't respect him anymore. He's been there. He's been there since dinosaurs ruled the earth. They need a fresh voice in there.
Here
They
we
have-
go. He lost the locker room. Oh, yeah.
They
Where's
have.
your inside source,
Guess what?
bitch?
You had Mike McDonald in the building, and he went to Seattle, and now they're a win away from being the number 1 seed. While you're still sitting there with same old Harbaugh, he and Lamar are not. On the
You
same
don't
page.
think injuries played a factor?
Oh, they absolutely play a factor. But guess what? There's a graphic of teams with most games missed due to injuries. The Ravens are in the middle of that list. They're 7-9, I think. The Chicago Bears are number 1 on that list, and they've won 11 games. So I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about injuries. affecting number of wins. I don't want to hear a damn thing about it.
You play an
Harbaugh's
easy
got-
division.
I think the Ravens this offseason should move on from Harbaugh and Lamar. Fresh start. Get some new blood into that
No one's taking that
organization.
contract. No
Rip
one's
it all
taking that
up.
contract.
Start brand new. Get them all out of there.
Honestly,
You're an
I
idiot.
would say I think the obvious choice is Mike McDaniel because that man had one dart and he missed. Like the first year he had it, like he brought off that explosive offense, and nobody was really prepared for it, and the Dolphins looked fucking good. But seems like that's all he could do. And when that started failing, and Tua started becoming, like non-functional, he didn't know how to fix it. He didn't know what changes to apply. He never had a defense worth anything, and this semi-streak of wins that he's getting at the end, I don't think they can fool anybody anymore. Like he just cannot do anything to save the Dolphins at this point.
Did he draft Tua?
I will say I have always said that Chris Greer was the biggest problem with the Dolphins. Like,
Yes.
so
Same thing as the one in the Bengals.
I think if anyone's got to go, it's Todd Bowles. Because the Buccaneers have too many good pieces right now. And that's the only reason they keep winning their division is that the personnel is good enough to beat all the shitty teams. And I think now that they have the collapse they have the excuse to get the problem out of the locker room and start over and get someone who actually can draw up a playbook and at least work with Baker in that offense and get some, actual like scheme involved. And I think the Buccaneers will be a better team for it next year if they get rid of Todd Bowles.
I think Todd Bowles. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Bar.
I think Todd Bowles is a good choice. However, I would actually, and I know it's going to sound crazy considering the game that they just played, but I'd still say Raheem Morris.
He's pretty bad.
He's pretty bad. And for some reason, the moment that they get eliminated from the playoffs, that's when the team goes, okay, we're going to play now. Like, what the fuck? Like, why do you suddenly only care once you're already eliminated? Like, that's the sign of a team that just doesn't care. And that trickles down from bad coaching.
The answer's probably Jonathan Gannon, but they're gonna bring him back. But like, how they can't score 20 points against a Bengals team that's the worst in NFL history defensively, who doesn't care about anything that's going on, is beyond me. But my answer is Mike Tomlin, and I will say that forever, because he's 0-4-1 in the last 5 games against teams that are 8+ games under 500, which is a record. One of those games he lost to Ryan Finley. One of those he tied a terrible Lions team. And you saw the Browns team, the Shedeur Sanders team that got put on the field on Sunday. So it should be Mike Tomlin, and I really hope he loses this game so that can happen.
So Kevin Stefanski should be fired for the Browns, and that's just for his own sanity. He's been trying to get fired for a really long time.
Good job.
There's reports coming out that he tried to get the concession man to be the quarterback, just to hopefully sell in that he just doesn't give a fuck about this team anymore. I can't wait till the Bengals do fire Zach Taylor and then he gets hired somewhere else because he's going to be a fantastic coach with a GM that can actually draft. That would be fantastic news, which will lead to when the first round exit happens for the Bills. Sean McDermott should be fired, and then Zach Taylor should, once he gets fired, should take the job at the Bengals because I believe you, that offense will no longer be stagnant. That offense will be outrageously insane and a team that can actually draft. So that would be my overall pick for.
I feel like if they fired McDermott, it's more likely they'd hire Daboll, isn't it?
No, they would hire Joe Brady. Like Joe Brady would just get internally hired, I believe. I think they're that stupid of an organization. but I believe Zach Taylor would be an absolute juggernaut to be. Again, you can say whatever you want. The construction is team construction is the problem. It is not him.
Cody.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this scenario, are the Bills losing to the Jaguars?
Yeah.
In the first
Not
round?
unreasonable.
Yeah.
I feel like it's plenty unreasonable,
So,
but I understand.
The problem is what's going to happen with the Bills is going to be they're going to face a stout defense in the first round, which is the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars have a really good defense, and I feel like they're going to be put to the test against them pretty early. Now, the Jaguars are the team that they could get a first round win and they move on, but I still think they're almost in a scenario. The Bills at this point, if you go into the offseason and lose after the first round, if you lose in the second round and you don't make the Super Bowl this year with no Mahomes standing in your way and no maybe chance no Lamar, when is it? Like Andy Reid had to be let go at some point because it was just never going to win the big one. Mike Tomlin needs to be gone because it's the definition of insanity. We're just doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So that's where I'm at on that. I just think that's just the clear. I don't understand how the Bills. I don't understand how that coaching staff can survive if they exit the playoffs without being at the AFC Championship game for another year. I just don't.
I'm a little shocked that nobody said Pete Carroll though.
Here's the reason.
I think that's elder abuse. I think he's already out the door.
I think they probably will fire him, but I think it's dumb to be like, we're hiring Aaron Glenn and Pete Carroll on our teams, and then we gave them nothing. They fall apart in their shit. They have to know that we hired these guys for multi-year rebuilds, right?
I just want this on the record. I'm going to stand on business right now. If the Raiders draft Mendoza first overall, they're going to experience an exact cycle right back over yet again. I just want that on the record right now.
What about when they
Mendoza against Iowa, Penn State, Oregon, and Ohio State has thrown 5 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions. He has his Heisman season against Kennesaw State, Illinois, all the terrible teams. I'm telling you right now, drafting Mendoza is going to be a mistake. And they're going to do it because he has a Heisman trophy, and that's what they're going to do. But more out of Oregon should be your first pick if you're going to take a quarterback. And if you honestly, skip your quarterback. Take Caleb Jones. He's the best player in the draft.
So who's going to draft Diego Pavia?
The Browns.
Probably the Browns. They like questionable fucking psychopaths. Yeah. Dallas. That'd be a good fucking fit.
Oh my god, can you imagine him and George Pickens?
Slamming 40s. Just fucking psychos. All right. Anything else from last week that we want to talk about?
I want to say, do you guys think the right choice for the Bills was to go for that 2-point conversion at the end of the game?
Yes.
Yeah, at that point, yes.
I don't. Because the Eagles hadn't done shit for half a game. What was your hope that they were going to do anything?
Blocked.
Yeah, but
they went to kick a field goal earlier and it got blocked by Jalen Carter. There's the same thing is going to happen.
I don't think it was going to happen several times.
I think they knew it.
They should have scored that point, and I don't think the Eagles would have done nothing. And then
no one is saying any of this if he hits him in the wide open fucking receiver in the back of the end zone.
Exactly.
He was wide open. It was the correct call. It was the 100% the correct call. If Josh Allen didn't have an injured lower half and could throw the ball in dark, he had him wide open. It was over. 2 plays different on Sunday. If Josh Allen hits him, and if DJ Moore goes into the middle of the end zone and throws his hands up in the air instead of standing like a child at the other end of it, going, "Hello, I'm here." Yeah. Load up your ass. Some score changes in our picks. Mark, 190. Second place, Robert, 172. Me, third place, 171.
The comeback story.
Bar of head of Scully. Because Barr did better this week. Scully had a very bad week. But he also showed up. He couldn't be here. We fucked him last week on his by the date. So, but 167, 167. 10 points behind is Nazzaro at 157. And then so far, right now, the cheesehead is going on Coho's head at 153. But anything is possible, especially this week of chaos and where everybody drafts and what people pick. It's gonna be fun. Just to let everybody know how the playoffs will work. So week 1 of the playoffs will be 6 games. We will all hop on call. We'll break down all 6 games. And then everybody will select a game and pick what they want. But what will happen is we won't know order-wise unless you talk about it during your breakdown. If you're like, well, the Bears are going to steamroll this team. Okay, well, we think you're picking the Bears. So then we'll go, what's your 6th point? We won't know where game you are, what point, who you're deciding, and you will throw it up on the board. So if Coho wants to take a swing, picks it at 6, everybody else will, oh, that was my 1, or I picked an opposite team, can switch. But 1 through 6 will be the point value. It will go like that until the Super Bowl, which will be worth the Super Bowl pick will be worth 5 points. The AFC and NFC championship game will be 5 and 4 points. Like the points value, I'm not going to drop like to 1s because I want the game to be able to be flipped if the game gets flipped. So loser has to wear a hat of the opposite of their team that they hate. So Coho has to wear a Packers hat or a cheesehead. I would have to wear a Yankees hat. Nazario would have to wear the Seahawks hat.
Dear God.
Barr will have to wear a Cowboys hat. Scully would have to wear a Packers cheesehead as well. He could also wear a Yankees hat. They both are pretty gross for him, but Packers are more. And then Robert would have to wear a Baltimore Ravens hat on his head if he lost. Again, anything could happen. A lot of us are clear right now, but I've been at the basement before. I know what it looks like. I don't like it. But we're going to pick this. Mark's gone. So, Robert, you get to pick first position.
Right. I'm going to pick where Mark usually goes at 2 because it either means I draft off what he does well or I curse it for him later. Maybe.
I like it. I'm going to go right after Robert. I am going to go 3. I'm going to let somebody else set the stage of what they want. Again, we're going 2s till we get to the final 5, and then we're all locked out at 2. Mark will get the final pick of the 5 games that are left for him, which in this week, the final 5 could be real questionable toss-ups. Next up, Bar.
4.
Draft off Cody.
Ugh, don't do that. Scully. Dude, do you guys all notice that Coho didn't do scoreboard watching too quick this week in the chat? I didn't notice that. He lost one of them, and he was very stone cold.
Well, no, there was one I was okay with losing. I was okay with losing it because Nazario had picked it too.
I will go 5th.
Okay.
Avoiding the number 1 spot like the plague.
Go 5th. Okay. All right. And then oh no. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Put Coho there. Nazario, what do you want?
1.
Oh.
Sick. Let's go.
Okay.
Give me what I want.
Alrighty. Nazario, what's the first game you want?
He will take the Niners for 5 points.
That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't, fraud.
What a week.
It's really not
It's
that
a week.
bad. It's really not that
It's gross. It's gross, but you're right. It's not that bad.
I'll take the Rams over the Cardinals.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me find out. Where the fuck is it?
Please hold. Your call is important to us.
Okay. Why can't I find this? Who are they playing?
Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
There it is. Okay.
I think it's all divisionals, right?
It is.
Mhm.
It's week 18. So.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Yeah, that's how the regular season in baseball should end. That's how they all should end. It all should be divisional if you can.
And in Arizona or Miami.
Right. Robert.
So conventional wisdom would say I should lock this out, but given what week it is, I want to play with a team that I know has to play for something, and one of them happens to be playing against fucking Trey Lance. So I'm gonna pick the Broncos over the Chargers because they want the 1 seed, I assume. So, and the Trey Lance thing, which I just brought up.
For the whole AFC to go through Mile High, yeah, they fucking want that.
Yeah, they do. Now conventional wisdom would say I need to lock that game out, and I need to lock out the other game. That's what they would say.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I'm just fucking joking. I'm taking the Broncos as well. Yeah, the moment they said the resting starters and they're winning home field, I'm like, give me the Broncos. That was the easiest pick on the board for me.
And the Broncos are still going to win by like 4 points.
Correct. It will be a field goal, but you know what? It'll be a fun 3 points.
Is that one of the biggest shames of the week that the Chargers didn't win that game so that this game means something? Because that would be fun.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It
They
was
also kinda
like
got spot.
I was looking. Yeah, that was very poor.
Yeah.
Literally, I think Herbert has like a claim that he could put against the league. Like that was endangerment. Like they they let them hunt.
They had to make the AFC South playable. They had to put something in the 1 o'clock window.
The way that Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter were literally after the play still hitting him to the ground was questionable as fuck. All right. Bar.
Just double checking something.
I've been talking for 3
The
minutes.
Eagles have already won 1 game against the Commanders, so conventional wisdom would say that they're doomed to lose one
Pick the
against
Commanders.
the Commanders.
Correct.
Pick the Commanders.
I will not.
They won the Super Bowl last week against the Bills.
I'm also going to be picking a team that's playing for something. Because if 2 teams lose and this team wins, then I think they have the number 1 seed. So I'm going to pick the Jaguars to beat the Titans.
Aristotle, Socrates, moron.
Never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Morons. You keep using that word. I don't think the word means what you think it means. Who's next? Kelly.
Well,
Conventional wisdom would say that you'd
I
lock one of
cannot
these
believe
games
this hasn't been picked yet. I'm going to go with the team that gets to play Riley Leonard on Sunday. I'm going to take the Texans over the Colts. Thank you for picking the Jags, because I was worried you were going to pick the Texans.
Why? You
were the other
pick the
team I
Texans.
Wait, are they benching Rivers?
Rivers is not playing.
Oh,
this is why you do
this is the weirdest thing. This is the weirdest thing about you. That you're like, oh, give me more Phillip Rivers. Put that old man in a home. Like the fact that him and Pete Carroll, they should do a commercial for Life Alert at the end of the season and put both of them on the ground holding the keychain. Like in it.
Putting Rivers up against
I love
that.
Phillip Rivers walking out and going, oh, and they doing the meme, got 5 more years of health care for my children.
Can you imagine the Sunshine Boys with Pete Carroll and Phillip Rivers?
No, I can't. No one knew that rap. You just picked one of the oldest movies for this panel, and they're like,
that movie is that reference is so old. It doesn't even know the Dolphins went 14-0.
Dad Marino, is he still in college? Go ahead.
I don't know how this is here, but I'll take the Rams and lock it out.
Yep.
And I'm also going to lock out the Jaguars.
Oh my God! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You're fucking giving Cody the Texans?
No, you just sent it to Barr. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it! The man doesn't carry original thought in his head about football. You just gave it to him on a silver platter.
One's playing the Titans. So I'll take
I thought I was right there.
Jaguars.
I was going to give me this long, thrilled thing about the wind atmosphere in the stadium and bullshit and who won in 2009. Don't pick them, Barr. Scully, what's your pick?
Right. I'm going to take the Patriots over the Dolphins. Because if by some miracle Trey Lance does the thing, then the Patriots will get the 1 seed.
Do it, Barr.
Don't do it. I'll skin you. I'll
Barr.
gut you like a fish.
Barr.
Barr, might I interest you in Bengals over Browns instead?
Alley-oop.
I can run faster than you, Cody. I'll give you the Texans.
That seems like a fat joke that was unnecessary, but fair enough.
That was a cheap shot.
That was a fucking cheap. That was a fucking cheap shot.
Apologize.
for the video store on me, ladies and gentlemen. Making fat jokes.
Oh God, I want to say something else, but I'm gonna stay. Lock it down. Be nice. Okay. Well, my pick. The Patriots are starting their roster.
Yeah, they
should be.
I don't think they're resting anybody.
Okay, I'm going Patriots then.
Yeah.
I was wanting the two of the games. I just didn't think Texans were going to fall back to me, and they didn't because Scully talked.
Barr would have picked
Robert.
All right. The Christmas games taught me one thing. It's that the Cowboys are going to go balls to the wall for no good fucking reason. And Dak's going to play the entirety of Week 18 for purposes. I don't know what they are.
So he can win the passing ball.
Cool. Good for him. I'm glad he gets to revel in that another year. So I'm going to pick them to beat the Giants. Giants had the game to fuck over the 1 seed, right? So they don't need this other game. Like I said, the Cowboys are playing it full force. So give me the Cowboys, I guess.
Yeah. Great pick. Nazario.
I'll take the Bills or the Jets.
Garrett Wilson leading the team in receiving, hasn't played since October 12th.
And I mean, I know the Chiefs are shit, but the Raiders are like on purpose willingly losing games at this point. So I'll take the Chiefs.
I've said this a couple times. Please don't ever change. I want you to stay exactly who you are. Robert.
That game scares me because I feel like the Raiders would fuck it up. And they would win that game.
If they win, can they lose the 1 seed?
No. I don't think they can because of the Giants win.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Yes, if the Titans lose, because the Raiders beat them. If the Titans lose and the Raiders win, the Titans get the 1 seed.
I forgot about that shit. Good for the Titans. That might happen. I'm gonna lock out
the Raiders in terms of wins.
I'm gonna lock out the Bills as well. The Jets have a record they're going for of no interceptions, so they need that to happen. And the Bills need to win, I guess.
You hire a defensive coach that has made their team completely inept at defense.
for the Bills, you would go to Baltimore or Pittsburgh instead of Jacksonville.
They definitely want to do that. Well, they could also go to New England too, or whoever's the 2 seed.
That's assuming if Trey Lance does the impossible.
Robert, you took Bills, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trey Lance has the courage to do the right thing.
So I want the Cowboys.
You want them boys?
I want them boys. Come here, boy. I think they're just gonna
Never do that again.
come here, boy. Don't tell me what to do. I think the Cowboys. I think the Giants and Concussion Pro are the worst.
I need someone
Oh
to
my
clip
God.
that.
Coming out of the towel, it's Cam Scatterboo with the steel chair from the
I
top.
need someone to clip that, please.
I'm about to come here, boy. Come here, boy. I those gifts where he's in the wheelchair and he's like,
Really sounds like White Drewski there for a second.
But when he gets when he does the like you can't get up, he's in the wheelchair. Somebody tie him down. It's got a boo just coming right now. All right. Bar.
Yeah, now we're in the shit. Give me the Vikings to beat the Packers.
What?
They're gonna sit Love. They're sitting Josh Jacobs.
I think I saw
They're sitting
co-host
Christian
Dog's
Watson.
jaw drop there.
What'd you what'd you just say?
He's taking the Vikings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Vikings.
the Packers are locked in at the 7th seed, so they're gonna sit a lot of their players.
Where does it say that?
Nope. Hands off the chest piece. Enjoy your
No backsies. Take the Vikes.
Who's starting as quarterback? Is it Bosmer?
I believe
Yeah,
Max
that's-
Brosmer is starting, yes.
Oh, Bosmer is starting still. I thought JJ McCarthy was playing again.
Hands off the
God.
chest piece,
McCarthy's not
baby.
playing another game this year.
McCarthy threw like 3 picks against.
He broke his hand.
McCarthy is done. It's going to be Brosmer the rest of the year.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, no, thank you. Pass.
No.
I may have said come here, boy, but I'm not doing that.
Ew, but you said right there.
No, thank you. You remember when Bosmer ripped his jersey, and they had literally 67 yards of running, and they gave it to Addison for another like 67 to double the amount of total offense. God, that fucking team sucks. Okay, Scully, do you want the Vikings? You want me to put you down?
No, I would. No, I'd rather strap a car battery to my chest. I will take the Bengals. Take the Bengals here.
Will Lance Garrett break the record or not?
Oh, he will, because it's going to be the asterisk, and I can't wait for
Yeah.
it.
Whether Harold Fannin plays or not, I don't think the Browns are going to keep up with whatever the Bengals got going on. I think Myles Garrett gets the sack probably in the first quarter, and then
Just so everybody can say, 17 games it took you to get the record.
No. What's going to happen is Jake Browning is going to come in the fourth quarter, and he's going to get the last sack on Browning.
Pick him up and throw him. Well, the Steelers planned so much for him not to get sacked that he just didn't plan to win the game.
Funniest, obviously not to Robert, but that is the funniest thing I think I've ever seen.
No, it
By
was
the
funny
way,
to me too. I laughed.
Just want this on the record. My biggest catch of the weekend was Harold Fannin touchdown.
Yeah, Duggar lost
He
it in the
falls down.
lights or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that
I was
was.
like, this is beautiful. Okay, Bengals. Coho.
Okay. When they played last. Yeah, you know what? The last time they played, it was a loss. I think they'll split. This might be a dumb pick, but they're on a hot streak. I'm going to take the Saints. I think they're on a hot streak, and they lost the Falcons once. Those teams all split normally. So, I'll take the Saints.
My college football brain just can't fix him as quarterback. Like it just can't like compute that he is a quarterback and playing well. Like has more 300-yard passing games than Drake May.
And here's the thing. Barr used the wrong equation, got the right answer. The Vikings are going to win. Here's why. They beat a better defense with -6 passing yards with Brosmer when they had something to win for. The Packers have nothing to win for. Everyone's sitting. It's in the bank in the last home game of the year. The Vikings want the Vikings want that way more. They do. The Vikings want to win the home game closer more and end with a positive record.
Yeah.
The Packers are locked into the 7. They are. They can't get any higher, and they have no one to play. And Love is not coming out there to save them. Malik Willis is also hurt. Like, he's going to come out and just play gingerly and get them through it. Packers lose, Vikings win.
So you're confident that your team can beat the backup of the Packers?
Yeah, because we beat the starters for the Lions, and they're a better defense.
And it also ends up
No.
-6 passing yards.
No. That's
that
the
defense
Bosworth.
went out there and just ripped.
The
Lions secondary is non-existent.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Jared Goff is a better quarterback than Malik Willis. Correct?
At this point in time.
Correct. Even if it's close, let's say, even if you think it's close,
sure.
The Vikings defense made Jared Goff look like a high school quarterback. Malik Willis is going to look terrible.
Didn't he turn? They turned the ball over 6 times.
Yes, against a quarterback.
And they won by what?
It was like a field goal, 10 points, something like that. I don't care. I'm not saying a blowout.
They have a center. The Lions don't have a center. They spiked it right. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not. Why am I? It's week 18. Why am I arguing about the Vikings winning the game against the Packers? I don't give a fuck.
They're gonna lose.
Yeah, but I can't believe right now, going back to this other people picking, that I'm locking out the Vikings and Packers with both people picking the Vikings. Reason you scored 153 points. Scully.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles. They still can play for the 2 seed. I think they would much rather welcome the Packers than the Niners into the link. So I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Bar.
See, that was my thought process as well.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
But
do it.
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'll take the Eagles to win.
Oh, your forehead is blinding me. Can you just back away for a sec?
Should have seen the other day. He colored on his forehead because he hit a marker up there. It looked like he went to Ash Wednesday. It was crazy.
That's true. It was crazy.
It was wild. Give me the Bengals. Yeah, they're throwing the fucking linemen at this point. Like, they just don't give a fuck. Like, I think it's crazy. But yeah, I'll ride with the Bengals.
Can we get the ticket taker into the end zone somehow and make him an eligible receiver?
Yeah. All right, 1 game left to be locked out, and then those will be Mark's pick. He's gonna get the 2 main games. He's gonna get all 3 of them must-win scenarios.
Yeah, bad for Mark, but it'll probably work out for him.
Yeah,
knowing
him.
There's another team playing for seeding in the NFC. They got their doors blown off earlier, and but the team they're playing is broken, like seriously broken. Like, they should check to see if they got all their appendages, because they look like god awful garbage on Christmas, and really set the stage for Scully and I's championship when Jameer Gibbs got fucking 6 points like a loser. So I'm gonna pick the Bears over the Lions.
Yay.
Yeah, I think Ben Johnson is going to be like Kylo Ren at the end of the day. More. Just keep going.
Caleb needs
Fourth and
4,000 yards.
420. It's gonna be like 4th and 25 at the end of the game. It's like fucking chuck it. Just do it. I don't care.
Hug it,
Um,
jug it,
It's gonna
football.
be the nastiest in and out route
Right.
from Ethan Gordon you've ever seen.
Okay. Nazario.
Yeah, so the 49ers are going to beat the Seahawks.
I like
Why
it.
do you think that?
And what the fuck is this?
Games.
Everything is awful. So like
Everything is
far, I'm
awful.
between two. I don't know if I should pick a meaningful game or a meaningless game.
You are still 4 points ahead of Coho, so think strategically. Oh God. I was terrified.
I gotta distract him somehow.
You should like wear a hat.
Yeah,
It worked for bald people. Like you should
yeah,
just
it's
wear
like
a
a
hat.
piece.
I have a great magenta hat I was given for work for Christmas. It's great.
He looks like he's about to ask me why I wasn't at elf practice.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
Jesus.
Is that an inside joke that I don't get?
That's Rudolph the
what?
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh,
Because he's an elf.
trash.
I think
Trash.
the old man has one more left in him, so I want to pick the Steelers over the Ravens.
Robert's gonna fucking kill you.
Socrates, Arizona, moron. The writing's on the wall, buddy. The writing is on the wall. It was an open book quiz, and you failed. You failed. The man at the bottom of the screen
It said
is
go
still
avoid
over there.
feeling, and you spelled it wrong.
Yeah. Herbie Hancock.
A lot of people
Robert.
go to college for 7 years. Yeah, they're called doctors.
Did they catch a niner in there? Are you calling a walkie-talkie?
Oh my God.
So I wanted to pick, like, I imagine the scenario will happen where Tampa wins, but they lose the division because of the Falcons thing. But I can't do the Buccaneers thing again. I can't do it. Like, I hate them so much. They're the worst.
Do it.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
I don't want to follow co-host thing, but it's probably a fair point that the Saints could win. You know, the Falcons have a big letdown or whatever you would call it after that Rams win. I'm gonna do the thing where it's a win-win for me. I'm gonna pick the Ravens over the Steelers.
Oh.
You know, pick works out great. If it doesn't, Steelers win. Whatever.
That you know what?
Devious.
That's the opposite of Socrates moron. That's genius. That is genius stuff.
Yeah.
That's 3D chess right there, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody on this podcast is a bigger Caleb Williams fan than me. Let me tell you, bear down. All right, buddy? Bear down, beat the Lions. That's what's going to happen. I'm locking out that team. So that's weird. You guys actually solved this. Mark does not get all the deciding games. He just gets 2 of them. His final games will be the Saints and Falcons, the Chiefs, and Raiders, Seahawks and 49ers, Carolina and Buccaneers, and Detroit and the Bears. But the rest of you are locked out. So, Scully or Bar, what do you want?
There are 3 games in particular that I think I have an answer for, but
Flip a fucking coin then. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Do you have a 3-sided coin, sir?
Yeah, I got here. Here's
Whoa,
one right here.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I have to take my glasses off from the steam of that comeback. Let's see here.
Not gonna do it.
Right.
Do it.
You know what?
It's a family.
I'm going to take a wild shot here.
Fucking is.
I'm going to take a wild shot. I'm going to pick the Panthers.
You are the gift that keeps on giving. I take it all back.
Merry Christmas,
Happy-
Scully. Happy New Year's. You get your Chiefs pick.
I could get. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could give you a fucking map of how this show and these picks are gonna break down, and you would end up on the opposite side of it.
Yeah.
You think he was sitting around waiting for the Chiefs?
Could have had him anytime.
I could end this show and he could text me and say, "Hey, you know what? Actually, I want to." I'd give it. You think that's what he would? Scully, go ahead.
So I'm going to take the 49ers.
That's what.
Please.
I hate going against the Mike McDonald always wins road games trend. But the Niners just look like a fucking freight train. I think they should be the favorites in the NFC going forward.
Have you ever seen Christmas Vacation?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You know the old lady at the table? The blessing. You know that?
No, I forgot about that.
Don't
Okay,
throw
that's
me down,
you.
clock.
That's you. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Okay, so I have a question then.
Sure.
So, yeah.
What are my options?
Hail to the Bay or whatever that slogan is you guys have. I don't know.
So the only options that you have available are either the Chiefs and Raiders or
The Panthers.
Carolina.
only one person picked Tampa Bay Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Or Tampa Bay and Panthers?
Okay, so those are my options. Okay, great.
Yes. Because you already picked Saints.
Yeah, excellent. I'm gonna go ahead. I will take the Chiefs because I want nothing to do with the NFC South in the Panthers Bucks game. So I will take the Chiefs.
Okay. All right. So everybody, everybody, get your boards.
Yes, which I need to do. Is the one thing I forgot to do. So I will do it.
The blessing. Oh, we're doing phone.
I've been doing my phone for the last several weeks.
You know, I'm never on the screen when this happens, so I don't really see you.
That's
The blessing. We're the happiest bunch of assholes.
Coho, what size are you in the head? Like 7, 7.5? I mean, we have to start planning this shit.
Agree.
There's a lot of weeks left here, pal. And I'm only down 4. I'm sorry, last time you were talking shit, you were up 16, and now you're only up by 3. What happened?
4.
You stopped watching football?
Or is it 3?
Fits into a 7.5. You're
It's
fucking
4.
great.
I fell asleep last week and I got trash picks. So yeah, it happens.
See?
He was sick. He was sick.
I showed up sick too.
Okay. Technical foul. Don't make me throw you out. Don't make me throw you out. I'll pick your
So
point.
7.5, right?
No, fucker.
You think that head can fit? That is massive.
Extra large. Okay, got it.
I'm make sure to get you.
The opposite of his. Never mind. All right. My first pick. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I
Wow.
was being
Where's your
respectful.
technical?
What?
Yellow card.
Technical. You're right. That's me. 2 shots. Too much. Too far.
I've seen like, fans wearing these like oversized giant caps. What the fuck is that? That looks awful.
That's one of my favorite gifts on the thing is when somebody says something online. That's a T. That's fucked up.
Or the Kenny Atkinson like from last year.
That and the little kid just staring at the screen. Yep. it's the best. Yep. All right. My first pick, Broncos. Nazario.
Bills.
Robert.
Yeah. Broncos Nation, let's ride.
Bar.
Jaguars.
More. Scully.
Texans.
Coho.
Jaguars.
More. All right.
Should we just refer to ourselves as Socrates and Aristotle?
What
I want nothing to do
More.
with you, sir.
Oh,
You two are no, motherfucker. You can try to run, but I fucking crazy glued you bitches together. You are fucking yin and yang. You are thing 1 and thing 2. You are punching bag 1 and 2. No. That's why I need you both on the show. If you both miss, I'm throwing stray shots at Robert for no fucking reason, and I can't have that.
So good to know the hierarchy.
and then the whole family's fighting.
Actually, no. Scully would definitely be on the. Scully and Mark would definitely be on the punching bag list.
Okay.
All right, I have Patriots. Nazario.
Rams.
Robert.
Gross. Cowboys.
We ride. Bar.
Texans.
Bitch. Scully.
Patriots.
Coho.
Rams.
You should have to forfeit the Texans for doing the fat joke. Bar. That's just rude.
I don't think I will.
You brought my cardio into question. Which is fully valid, but disrespectful as fuck.
You brought my intellect into question, so
that's fair game. On this show, intellect is all we have. Weight matters nothing at all. Listen, if this was the old time and we became kings because of weight, I would execute you first.
Kelly and I'd be
The
peasants.
thumbnail for this episode just has to be Cody and Bar's heads with just one word: fat question mark.
Give the entire community to fucking turn on Bar. I'm just gonna type up a notes app like speech and be like, my feelings are really hurt. I was personally victimized. My age was calling me fat.
I'm
Community stuns it.
I'm entering the video store transfer portal.
I have now traded to Hollywood Video.
He ends up going where Henry Sanchez is. All right.
you don't send me into that portal to hell.
Cowboys. Nazario.
Chiefs.
You know your Niners are right there.
They're coming.
Rob. Well, fuck, I hope so.
Bills.
You have a strong 3 picks, Robert. Bar.
Eagles.
Scully.
Fuck. I said Eagles too.
Fuck.
That's why we don't reveal. That's why we wait to reveal.
How smart am
Coho.
Vikings.
All right. Final pick. All right. I have Bengals. Nazario.
49ers.
I love that you picked the Steelers and Niners, like the games that are really up, and like both teams are really playing for it. Robert,
Bear down.
all right, bear down. And the Ravens will be your 1-pointer, which makes perfect sense, but I love it. Bar, Vikings?
Yep.
Nice. Scully, Bengals.
Bulls.
Making 49ers your last place. And then Saints for Coho.
Chiefs.
Oh. Got it. All right. Well, the next time that we will be here, which we will return to our normally scheduled programming of Wednesday at this time, we will return with playoffs. Well, the season is over. The playoffs thing. I just sent out money, basically most of the money. Playoffs. Sent out most of the money for the fantasy league. So we're done. We're wrapped. Time for playoffs. Hope you all have a great week. Jack Pinchuk sucks.
He does.
And bear down.